The award-winning Tennessee WildCast is on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. We're glad y'all are tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Once again, we're still on Zoom with this pandemic that's going around. We've not been able to get to the office very much, so we're shooting these on location or at our homes and that kind of thing. So, but we're trying to keep bringing you the outdoor information and keep having fun with this. We've got Don King helping co-host today, and I appreciate him being on. Hey, Don, how's it going in your neck of the woods?
Good. Going well, Jason. Hey, thanks for the invite again. And I see, due to the quarantine, I still haven't been able to get you the hat, but I'm going to get it for you. And if anybody's interested, when you buy your license this year, pick up one of these hats. It benefits our foundation, and I think it's a pretty good look. You know, I don't wear a hat all the time, but I think this kind of suits me, so I'm good to go with it.
Yeah, it looks good on you. It looks good. Yeah, they're it's an easy $20, and that helps go toward helping programs and things like that for the agency and outreach and get out and hunt and fish and that kind of thing. So it's a good investment. And that's all at Go Outdoors Tennessee.
That's right. From what I hear from the ladies that fulfill the orders, there's been plenty of orders. So that's a good thing.
They've been busy and they've been able to get to the office a little bit and fill some of those. But we got an exciting show for you today.
Man, we sure do.
It's I'm excited to have Logan White and Karl Klug with us. They're both owners of the Archery Den in Franklin, and we're going to dive into all that today. And I'm just excited to have them with us. Guys, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. No problem.
Well, I want to start off and just introduce you guys and let people know what you do and a little bit about you. So we'll just start off with Logan, I guess, and tell us about yourself, Logan. How did you get into the outdoors and get into the archery business?
I grew up in the outdoors like every kid around here, or every kid I knew around here. And it just went from there. So got into college, played college football at a small NAIA school. Once I got hurt and couldn't play anymore, I crashed into the outdoors. That's when I really got into it and started taking it more than just a weekend guy. And it just went from there. It's a passion. I love it. I live it. Every year I'm going somewhere else, going somewhere different, learning a new animal to hunt, figuring it out. Right now, my big kick's the mountains, man. Out west, Colorado, Wyoming. This year, we got elk, bear, antelope, mule deer tags. Excited about that. And then a little bit about me. Married to my wife, Ashley. We got a daughter named Kansas, got one on the way. And then I'm a full-time fireman for the city of Spring Hill.
Okay.
Outside at the archery shop.
Wow. Well, you're busy. You got a lot of fun going on, a lot of work going on, and yeah. That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. And congratulations on the one on the way.
Appreciate that.
They're a bundle of joy, aren't they?
They're fun. They keep you on your toes for sure.
All right. Well, let's jump over and talk to Karl real quick. It was cool to learn a little bit about you and your past playing for the Tennessee Titans, number 97. So let's hear a little bit about yourself and tell us how you got introduced into the outdoors and how you and Logan met.
I grew up in Minnesota. So as you can imagine, I grew up ice fishing, rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting, pretty much hunting whatever. Deer hunting, it was a little more recreational. It was just more so to fill the freezer. Now being done with football and having a little more time, I was able to get out in the woods a little bit more this last year, which was a lot of fun. It was my first year bow hunting, actually. So that was neat in itself right there. But yeah, outdoors, it's definitely a getaway. I love being outside whenever chance I get. Me and Logan, we actually met. So when I moved down here, it was 2011, and we were looking to get a dog. And I asked the breeder who we bought the dog from. I said, hey, do you know of anybody that has any hunting land? And he gave me two people. One was Logan. He said, this guy lives in the woods. basically call him redneck. And
I'll take it.
and then it was he's like, and then there's another guy that has some property. He's more of a business guy. I said, well, let me get the number to that redneck. I feel like I'd maybe be able to relate to him a little bit more. And so I reached out to him and I started talking to him. We just kind of hit it off right away. Obviously, the outdoors is what connected us. I just feel like that happens all the time too, by the way. But that's how our relationship started. And we just kind of grew from there. But yeah, I went to school at the University of Iowa. I got drafted by the Titans in 2011, played 7 years. During that time, I got married after my first year. Now we have 4 kids. I coach high school football, high school wrestling, and I train some of the kids on the side. And then as far as the Archery Den goes, I kind of go in and out, not a whole lot, but
Cool.
that's what I do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Don was telling me a few stats earlier. What was that you found on 2011? He had some pretty good numbers there.
Yeah, that rookie year, led the rookie defensive tackles with 7 sacks, which exceeded all expectations. So it's always great to exceed expectations. Yeah. Karl, yeah, that's right. You gotta give it your all. And from what I hear, that's the kind of guy you are. And I kind of have a feeling both of you guys are like that as well. You find something you love and you embrace it and you just go for it with all you got. And man, that's a great way to approach life. And it sounds like the same way you guys approach the family side of things too. So
Absolutely. That's number one.
God,
Working, living life in the outdoors. And I think I can speak for myself. I live a dream, man. I live every hunter's dream. I'm a paid fireman, so I basically hang out and get paid to be at a frat house with all my friends. And then I get paid to be around bows and hunt for a living. So, but number one's the family every day.
Yeah, that's all. Let's jump into it. Turkey hunting. How's the season gone so far? Logan, you said you had some success. Tell us about that.
It's been hard, man. This year has been so different. I don't know if it's been the weather's been so up and down and different and changing every day or what, but that's how that was the first hunt me and Karl ever went on, and I got lucky. I had a bird land on his feet, and so ever since then he's just thought turkey hunting's easy. It's been tough this year. I've killed 2. Not trying to sound arrogant. Usually by now I'm tagged out, but it's just been one thing after the other. You know, like this morning I worked a bird, had him coming in, thought it was going to happen. You know, I'm already ready to take pictures, and then here comes some hens. Cut them off, take them away, and game over. So, but like I tell anybody, you can't kill them from the couch. So no matter how hard it gets, I'll be there in the morning. I'm going tomorrow morning. So,
yeah. Karl, have you sacked any this year? I have to give credit to my wife on that one. She said you ought to use that. Have you sacked any turkeys this year?
Like I said, I hate to admit it. I have not been out yet this year. Me and Logan were trying to go a couple weeks ago, but my wife didn't feel comfortable with all the COVID crap going on, and so she kind of put the brakes on that, so I had to respect that. But no, outside of that, I have not been out yet. I share some property with a guy, well, a few guys, and he kind of yielded to me during the fall for deer hunting. So out of respect, I'm trying to give him his space for the spring turkeys. I'd rather hunt in the fall than turkey. So
I hear you. Yeah. It's fun to do both, but I'd have to say deer hunting is probably my favorite, you know. But
yeah.
But when you hear that bird gobble, it definitely gets your heart racing.
Definitely, I agree with you on that.
So what's some of the land that you said you got some private land that you hunt and with a buddy or whatever? But do y'all ever hunt public land in Tennessee, or what's your thoughts on that? Y'all get out there very much and chase birds or deer on public land?
Oh man, I probably killed my first probably 10 or 15 gobblers on public land. I had no idea what I was doing. I got lucky on all of them. But I grew up in Murray County down here on Yanali, and there's good birds on there. If you find the access points and you have a good map, there are birds all over Yanali. I mean, even like now that I have decent farms and good ground that I can hunt, I'll still go hunt a public land spot if I know there's birds on it. I put the miles on the truck during turkey season. So if there's turkeys, I'll find them. And if they're on public land, I'm not above hunting a public land bird at all. You will go.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I mean, you know, it's exploring new land and that kind of thing. I think it's fun to get out there on some different properties and see what you can find and give it a shot. You know, it really tests your true hunting abilities that going on somewhere blind, or even if you scout a little bit, you know, go into some property that you can't manage yourself, you know.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times the public lands are overlooked by guys too. You know, our managers put in a lot of time and effort to make it good, you know, to enhance the habitat and really draw the wildlife. And so it's good you're taking advantage of it.
I think too, if you put the miles in on the boots on public land and get more than 200 yards off the road,
right,
you have the whole place to yourself, you know. I think the state of Tennessee has some really good state lands that anybody can go hunt, hike, enjoy them, use them. You know, that's what they're here for.
That's right. Exactly.
Well, what's one of the tips you would give folks? I mean, we'll talk turkey, we'll talk deer, whatever. But what's some of your top tips for, say, turkey hunting?
Put the call down.
Or deer hunting. Okay.
Put the call down.
So you like to still hunt turkeys then? Well,
I mean, I call when I need to call to the bird, but I've hunted with not a lot, but a few guys that if the call's in their hands, they feel like they got to scratch it. Or if it's in their mouth, they got to use it. You know, I'm like, hey, let me see that for a minute. I really do. I feel like you can overcall a bird real easy. And I feel like that has messed guys up and messed me up on killing that bird. You know, but that's my biggest thing is don't call to them too much, and that's it. Like I feel like I'm aggressive sometimes. Where I get myself screwed up most of the time is I'll be a little over aggressive in the dark, trying to get way too close to them on the roost. But other than that, that's about it, really.
Are you a decoy kind of guy? You like to run decoys, or you just?
I'm not. I hardly ever run a decoy. I don't know that me and Karl have ever put a decoy out on one of our turkey hunts. I may put one out, but if I'm in the timber, there's no way. I want that bird to come in looking, searching, checking behind every tree, you know, trying to figure out where that sound's coming from, not pinpoint it straight at a decoy. That's just me though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one thing, since y'all own and operate the Archery Den and really big into archery, do you find yourself chasing birds with archery equipment?
I have, yeah. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
I bet. I've never tried it, but I'm sure it is.
It's tough. It's tough. I've killed a few with a bow. First bird I killed with a bow was a longbeard after I got busted by 3 jakes 2 mornings in a row. Mm-hmm. So I just got lucky. But, yeah, it's fun. But when I'm ready to kill one, I'll take the shotgun.
Oh, I hear you. Well, I want to talk a little bit about your store and what y'all have to offer there, and what can someone find if they show up at the Archery Den. And then I kind of want to go through some of the steps they would take to get ready for a season, you know, and what kind of gear they need and what you suggest. And so tell us about the store. What are they going to find when they come in and visit the Archery Den?
It's pretty standard bow shop, right? You walk in, you got a choice between Matthews bows and prime, right? And then we got all the accessories that you need. We have a 10-yard indoor shooting range. Matt will be there to tune you up. Logan, you can handle that a little bit sometimes, right? Paper tuning.
Oh yeah.
But outside of that, like Logan said, we just kind of rearrange some things a little bit. We have a focal point, kind of like a bar area, which is going to put Matt in the corner now working on bows. He's going to have 2 bow presses going now. It's a pretty smooth operation, I'd say. But, yeah, we got targets. Really whatever you need. If we don't have it, we'll order it for you.
Cool. Yeah, y'all got a good web presence. I found you on the web, and y'all on social media too, I'm sure.
And their location, Jason, is just, I mean, so close to our archery range. So that you guys must find that pretty handy when you want to step past 10 yards to try some gear.
We send a lot of guys up there. We go up there quite a bit and shoot. That's a great range, awesome range. The citizens, we're lucky to have that. But the biggest thing to me, Karl talked about it. There's no fancy frills in the shop. We're a bow shop. I don't think you'll find one better. We tend to carry price ranges for everybody. Whatever you're looking for, we got it. And then we do carry 2 of the top 3 to 4 brands on the market right now in archery equipment with Prime and Matthews. So
yeah. Well, I guess you stand above everybody else when you got the quality bowsmith there. You take care of your customers and that kind of thing. And I don't know if we mentioned, but that bow range we talked about nearby is right there at Williamson County Ag Expo. You'll have to check that out if you're in the area. If y'all are watching or listening out there, that's a great little range to tune.
Yeah,
up.
if you've ever gone to the Williamson County Fair, you've gone right by it, because just as you drive in the entrance there, look to the right, and it's up on the hill on the little rise there.
Well, you've mentioned it a little bit, but let's kind of touch on it. You got bows for everyone in town, anybody experience level. What would you suggest for somebody coming in on the novice side or the expert side? What are they going to be looking for when they come in?
Like financially, or what kind of product?
Yeah. Say somebody's coming in new to it, doesn't want to spend a lot of money. What would you suggest they go for?
Something in the Mission line, more than likely, depending on their age. Mission's made by Matthews. It's and Prime has a couple lower price bows as well, for sure. I like the Mission line. Matt McPherson doesn't keep any profit from that line. It goes to missionary work all throughout the world. So when a kid or a brand new shooter comes in that is on a budget that wants good quality for their money, I definitely point them in the Mission line. They make quality products, full lifetime warranty, and they're fully adjustable. Especially, they're great for a kid because they can adjust from some of them will go from 11 to 40 pounds, and then some of them will go from 17 to 70. So any shooter can handle it.
What would you say the best or the optimal draw weight would be for harvesting a deer, say, if you're deer hunting?
45 pounds is what most people say. 42 to 45 pounds and higher, you can kill a whitetail deer in the state of Tennessee all day long.
That makes it fairly easy for the novice to come in and be strong enough to draw it back and that kind of thing, wouldn't you say? Sure.
We had a customer this year. He took his daughter on an archery bear hunt. She come in 2.5, 3 months before the hunt, pulling 36 pounds. She shot every afternoon, and probably every week from then till they left for their bear hunt. She'd come in the shop. We put more weight on it for her, make sure everything was adjusted right. When she left, she was shooting 51, I think.
Wow.
49, 51, somewhere in there. Killed a beautiful black bear. We've got her dad brought us a nice picture in. And, I mean, that's a black bear. So it doesn't – the muscles you use, you don't use them every day. But once you start shooting a lot, they build really fast.
So that kind of takes me to prep. Say if you're shooting a compound bow, and that's what we're talking about right now, how would you prepare for a season? How would you make sure you're ready to take on the season?
Karl, how'd you take on Titan seasons. I mean,
So yeah, so you go to the weight room, they put you on this diet, and what do you do?
Exactly. Hours and hours of weightlifting and running. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
I learned that the hard way with my shotgun. Yeah, it's no different with bow. Yeah, you just gotta get out and shoot. If you don't know your bow shooting, you're wasting your time in the woods. You got it's repetition, just like anything. Preparation. You got to put the hours in, put the time in. You gotta get comfortable with your bow. So if you don't feel very confident at 30, 40 yards, you're kind of wasting your time going out in the woods a little bit, I would say. But you got to do the prep work in the woods. Kind of see where the deer are at. Setting yourself up right, obviously, right, and then just shooting your bow.
So it's similar to playing for the Titans. They got you on a plan, and you got to stay with it and keep practicing and keep working and keep strength training and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's no different. Muscle memory, right? Shooting a bow, muscle memory, and then working out. Shit, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah. So what would you suggest for somebody coming in looking for a compound bow? What is that something y'all offer there at the Archery Den? Is that something y'all sell?
Yeah. So we sell compounds.
I mean, and crossbows. That's what I was trying to get at. Sorry.
Yeah. So we sell crossbows, and we have them ranged from anywhere from $500 to the sky's the limit. I mean, these new ones out now. There's some Ravens out. Matthews has one. It's in the Mission line. 10 Point has one. They're well over $1,800. Crossbows are great for some people, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we have them. We set you up. We'll get you shooting straight and close at the 10-yard mark, and then all you got to do is sight down like a rifle. So they're not bad.
That's probably a good way for somebody to start out. But I know if you really want to be some people say a real bow hunter, you go for the compound. So yeah. I'll throw it out there. I'm not a real bow hunter because I've used a crossbow and had success.
Here's the thing, like with me, and this is what I would tell anybody who shoots a crossbow or a compound bow or a rifle or a shotgun, whatever you're shooting at, bury your sight. Like that's the problem. Is guys have gone from compound bows or they've gone just rifle hunting to a crossbow and shoot it like a rifle, and it's not. It's totally different. I got out west in Kansas, and we lose more deer, but we can't find them every year with a crossbow compared to a compound bow. It's the same thing. You got to practice. They're awesome equipment. And they can kill a deer fast. They can kill an elk, whatever. You're shooting quick, and they're zipping through the air, but you've got to practice with it. It's not just go sight it in and then go to the tree. They're just like a bow. You've got to practice with it.
Yeah. Well, you see a lot of the crossbow or crossbows being used for all kinds of different things, and then even compounds for bow fishing. Do y'all ever set up bows for that kind of thing through the shop?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love to bow fish. Bow fishing's a blast because I like to shoot a bow. So deer season, I'll hunt 90 days and maybe shoot 1 or 2 arrows. Bow fishing, you hunt a few hours and shoot 200 times. But, yeah, we order them in. We set them up. We've got a guy that we can set people up for with a trip. Super good dude who runs a great boat, runs a great shop. But yeah, bow fishing's getting bigger and bigger. It seems like every year, especially in the state of Tennessee. We've got some great water and some great areas to shoot fish on.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to try out. I mean, you gotta worry about the refraction in the water and that kind of thing, and shoot over and things like that. So it'd be a challenge for sure.
If you think you're aiming low enough, aim lower. Refraction will get you every time.
Oh, well, we're going to run out of time, but I wanted to pick Karl's brain real quick. What do you think the Titans are going to do this year? You think after last season they're going to pull it off this year? I mean, they looked pretty good toward the later part of the season last year.
They had a great team last year. That was probably the best team, easily the best team they've had since I've been down in the state of Tennessee. But is there going to be a season this year? I don't know.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, they had the draft. They've got some. They got some new players out there, and hopefully they're going to have a season. But you don't ever know.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, let's say they do have a season. I'd like to think. I think their formula of how they won last year, I think that's going to carry over. Obviously, they're missing some pieces on defense again, though, this year. So the offense, they look kind of sad, but we'll see how the defense does this year.
Yeah.
Trading away 9-9, Jarrell Case, that's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Hey, Karl, appreciate you sharing today on the show. And I grew up in Nebraska, so Cornhusker, Hawkeye, kind of right there with you. But anyway, I wanted to ask you about. Had to do it. He had to do it. I wanted to ask you about Tennessee. What drew you to hang around here after the football career? Is it just a good place to be, or what was it?
A combination of a lot of things. My brother, he still lives down here. Great friends down here. Obviously, Logan being one of them, and me and him own a business together. So. But the weather, although I hate the summer down here, the summer's garbage down here. If I were to complain a little bit, but I do miss the winters a little bit. But you really can't go wrong with the weather down here. But it's a great state, great area. There's a lot to like down here.
That's good. Well, welcome to Tennessee.
Yeah, glad to
appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys. I mean, it's been a fun day, fun show. I think folks will enjoy this. Hopefully, they got a few tips they can use, and they know the right place to go to find a bow now. I believe that's
exactly. Sure. That's right.
And maybe we can get out and do a show in the shop one day. We'll shoot a bow or two and show folks what it's like to come by the shop and find something. So,
thank you. We appreciate it, and look forward to getting you in the shop soon. When all this stuff is the pandemic is over.
Yeah. I think everyone is looking forward to that day, just to be able to get outside or get out into the normal routine, back to what was normal. But if you're looking for something to do, the outdoors are open. So find you a fishing rod or a bow or a gun, and check your seasons, get your license, and go have a good time. So. But I appreciate you guys, and we'll see y'all next time on Tennessee WildCast.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee WildCast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.